In South Asia, millions of young people are funneled into an academic pressure cooker, where a single exam determines the trajectory of their entire lives. They pour their youth and their family's life savings into navigating a gauntlet of high-stakes tests, believing the promise that education guarantees a viable future. Instead of a career, they meet a broken system. Server crashes erase years of preparation, exam papers are sold to the highest bidder, and millions of graduates enter a job market with few prospects. When the institutions designed to protect their futures falter, a massive demographic loses faith in the nation's economic and academic foundations. Frustrated and unemployed, these graduates organized, voiced their anger, and demanded actual policy solutions from the establishment. The government responded by mocking them. Rather than addressing the systemic failures, high-ranking officials publicly dismissed these youths using derogatory, dehumanizing language. Being publicly insulted by the very people responsible for the crisis hit hard. It poured salt into the wounds of a generation that already felt abandoned by the state. That combination of institutional betrayal and public humiliation created a massive political vacuum. Traditional avenues of outrage were useless, setting the stage for a different mechanism of retaliation. The Cockroach Janta Party began as a viral social media parody, born directly from the exact slurs those officials hurled at the youth. They used a tactic called reclaimed identity. By taking a slur and proudly wearing it, you strip the word of its power to insult you. This maps the semantic shift of the word cockroach. The youth inverted the concept of a pest, transitioning its traits from a parasite into a symbol of unkillable resilience. This digital coping mechanism rapidly spread across millions of screens. Humor and satire functioned as the perfect delivery system. It allowed students to channel their shared anger into a unified insight joke that anyone with a smartphone could participate in. By enthusiastically embracing the insult, the youth weaponized the punchline against the state. The establishment lost its ability to degrade them. The Cockroach Janta Party became a functional organizational banner for millions of frustrated citizens. This hyper-connected demographic took their coordination off their phones and marched directly into the streets of New Delhi. This digital-to-physical pipeline culminated here at Jantar Mantar, a historic site transformed into the physical stage for their protest. The protesters arrived with a specific, coordinated aesthetic, their faces hidden behind masks to maintain the anonymity of internet culture, their hands clutching schoolbooks to represent their academic anxiety. They marched with a single, uncompromising objective: the immediate resignation of the education minister over the nationwide exam leaks. This event demonstrated the movement's ability to translate a viral identity into a coordinated strike for institutional accountability. Critics and establishment figures quickly attempted to write off the CJP protests as a fleeting digital gimmick. Evaluating this movement through the lens of traditional party politics misjudges how South Asia's youth actually wield power. The CJP demonstrates how easily a shared joke can cross over into a legitimate political threat. This chart compares the CJP's follower growth against the stagnant metrics of traditional political parties. Their rising numbers challenge established hierarchies. Tracking the conversion funnel shows a direct correlation between digital satire and physical protest turnout. Humor becomes a coordinated tool evading political censorship. Despite the comedic exterior of cockroach memes, the engine driving this coordination is unaddressed economic frustration and the destruction of a generation's livelihood. When institutions fail, a hyper-connected generation can weaponize their collective frustration. They prove that their most potent political asset is their refusal to take the system seriously.